So we need to arrange these numbers in order from least to greatest. And you see we've got decimals and fractions in there. Those are really hard to compare. We need them all to be the same, and they're easiest to compare if they're in decimal form. So we're going to change both of these fractions to decimals. You do that by dividing. So we'll do that over here. We need to divide 3 by 20. Well, 20 doesn't go into 3, so we add our decimal point and a 0. 20 goes into 30 once. That's 20. Subtract, we get 10. Add a 0 is 100. And 20 goes into 100 5 times. So 3 over 20 is the same as 0.15. Okay, 1/8, same thing. 1 divided by 8. 8 doesn't go into 1, so we add our decimal point and a 0 and line that up in the quotient. 8 goes into 10 once. Subtract, we get 2. Add a 0. 8 goes into 20 twice. 8 times 2 is 16. And subtract, we get 4. Add another 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. So that one is 0.125. Okay, so we're getting a little better here. At least they're all decimals. Now, the other thing we need to do in order to compare is all these decimals need to be the same length, so that we're not comparing hundredths and thousandths and tenths, because that gets confusing. So we need to make sure they're the same length. The first one has 2 decimal places, 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places, and 3. So the most places that any of them have is 3. So we want all of them to have 3. So in other words, the ones that just have 2 decimal places right now, we're going to add a 0 to them to make them be the same length. And we'll do the same thing for this one. And we'll just go ahead and rewrite these so we're looking at the same line. Okay, now all you have to do is look at the end. Ignore that it's a decimal, pretend it's a whole number. 170, 150, 125, and 159. So now they're easy to compare. So the smallest one there is the 125. But we want to write the original number. So originally that was 1/8. So that's our smallest one. The next one would be, we've got 150, looks like it's next. That was 3/20. Next one would be 159. That was that same decimal. And so that means the last one is 170. That was just 0.17. No decimal at the end. Okay, so if you've got fractions and decimals, make them all decimals. Make sure the decimals all have the same length. If not, add zeros. And then you can compare them, but go back and give the original numbers in your answers.